If I could only fly, I would fly so high.
Well, hello, my peeps. I am back in the Netherlands. Check that out. But this time I'm only here for a very, very short time. So I think I'm going to go for a landing beer, a little bit of food at a little place that I like that's right down here. And I've been there one time before. I'm going to take my bike, I'm going to ride down that road, and I'm going to get myself something to eat, something to drink. And then that's about it, man. That's all I got time for. Maybe go into town a little bit, do a little grocery shopping at the supermarket. Done. As you can tell today, the weather's really cloudy and it's kind of drizzly a little bit and it's a little cold. So if the weather is nice tomorrow, maybe I can take the bike out and have some breakfast somewhere in an interesting place. Trying to see how that works out for me. But in the meantime, let's get a beer. You know, I think I mentioned this before about riding bikes in the Netherlands. It's pretty friggin' awesome. I love the roads, I love the whole system over here. It's a great way to ride. And completely safe. That guy's going fast. Man, if I lived here, I would be so much more healthier than I am. Not that I'm unhealthy, but geez, everybody around here rides bikes everywhere, and they ride quite quickly. And I don't see why you wouldn't, because you know the place is flat, pretty much. You know, for those of you who are coming to the Netherlands for a little trip, once you get out of this COVID pandemic thing, one of the cheapest things you can probably do is come here. If you're on a budget, rent a bike, like a bike that I have over here, and you can go everywhere on a bike path, everywhere you want to go in Holland. I can go from Amsterdam to Rotterdam to just about anywhere I want to go, riding on these really nice bike paths. You don't got to go on the highways. You can stop, have coffees, and have beers and have food, all that stuff. It's extremely convenient. Come to the Netherlands, rent a bike, go riding around. Probably see things you probably wouldn't see if you weren't riding a bike, you know what I mean? One of the places I appreciate stopping is right here. It's called Wink, and it's a pretty cool established little place. I'm actually going to stop here and have a beer, if I don't kill myself first. All right, you guys, what's up? So, I'm sitting here in my favorite Dutch restaurant here by the canal. I just rode out here. It's about a 20-minute ride from the hotel that I'm staying at. And I got to tell you, I love this traveling around. I love doing this kind of stuff, even if I do it by myself. There's nothing like it. Enjoying a good beer, and I'm enjoying your company. Thank you very much. Cheers, by the way. It's awesome. I need that. And what I ordered here is one of these Dutch traditional kind of foods, right? It's called a bitterbal. Bittenballen. B-I-T-T something ballen, whatever, I don't know. It's actually a bitterbal. B-I-T-T-E-R-B-A-L-L-E-N, right? So if you ever come to Holland, you got to try that. Really good. They're like little croquettes. They're fried, crispy little balls. Totally amazing. They come with a mustard sauce this time. And when you bite into them, it's like it has minced beef or maybe minced pork or maybe minced chicken, depends on what you order. This one's got minced beef in it, and it's totally amazing. Oh, it's all good. It's soft inside, and it's really hot, and it's delicious. And it's a great little snack to have when you're having a beer or something like this. You know, in North America, we get nachos or chicken wings or something like that. That's really awesome as well, for sure. But this is also just as awesome. Bitterballen. Absolutely great. So remember, anytime you come to the Netherlands, you got to try this stuff. Now, where I am right now, I'll leave a link to where I am, but it's an amazing little place. If you're in this area, if you're close to the airport, you want to come out to this area, it's really nice. I'll spin my little dude around so you can see what it looks like from the other side. That's what I'm looking at, right? Really nice place, but I prefer to look out over the water and chill out over here and get some more food later, try some more stuff. I'll show you what it's all about. Thanks for joining me, by the way. I really like that you're here. Hey, my peeps, how you doing, man? That was awesome. I really enjoyed those beers. I really enjoyed the food, hanging out down there. It was great. I'm really glad you guys came along just on this little quick trip, short adventure. And I gotta leave tomorrow afternoon, so if the weather's nice, I'll get out on the bike, pedal around, go somewhere, have a nice coffee, have something for breakfast, come back as quick as I can. Good morning. It's the next morning. I'm feeling good. It's 7:30 in the morning and I need to get a coffee, maybe a little bit of breakfast, and I need to come back. So I'm gonna go as far as I can towards Amsterdam riding my bike and get my coffee, get my little breakfast and stuff and get back here because around noon I have to leave. I got my hot rod, got my little rented bike, I got myself. It's a nice day today because although it's cloudy and looks the way it looks outside, it's a pleasant 16 degrees, so it's actually quite nice. Even cycling here in the burrows and stuff, you know, when you're cycling down the side of the road, it's actually really nice, very controlled. You know, the cyclists have a lot of rights in the right of way over here. I have this gentleman moving back for me to cross. Can't go wrong cycling here in the Netherlands. For safety and for convenience, it's amazing. Do I look fast? It's pretty awesome, man. A great experience. All right, so I finally managed to get off my bike. I found this great place called the Breakfast Club. Made a nice cappuccino, as you can see, and I ordered some eggs Benedict, so I'm gonna see what that's like. And I'm sure it's gonna be great, because this place reviews quite nicely. And it's not in the most picturesque place, it's kind of in an office industrial. I'll give you a look around. I mean, if you see, there's lots of office space around, and things like that. So it's not in the most picturesque place that you'll find in the Netherlands, but at least I get to enjoy a nice cappuccino. All right, the Breakfast Club's egg Benedict has arrived, so let me try these out, man. They look amazing. I don't know how much egg I got on that. I spilled most of it. This is good. Really good. Every big day starts off with a good breakfast. This is going to be one of them. Thanks for joining me for breakfast this morning. Well, that does it for me, man. I'm done my breakfast and I got to get back out there on the bike. Get back really quick. I don't have that much time. I've got about an hour and a half left in my free time before I actually have to leave. So finish my coffee, finish my breakfast, get back on my bike and ride. Ride like the wind, baby. Pretty awesome over here in Holland. It's just too bad I had like 18 hours of free time to fool around. If I had a little bit more time, I'd do a lot more things. It's like 16 degrees, like WTF. Oh my God. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. So I stopped at the supermarket. I stopped at a small bakery, able to get some big goods, a little bit of a snack for me, a little bit of a salad, something healthy, something fresh, and I'm ready to jump on an airplane and traveling and traveling. That's what I do, that's what I love to do, and that's what I'll never stop doing. And it's great these days that you have a camera with you all the time. You have this kind of equipment with you that's very portable, very easy to take no matter what you're doing. And I can show you guys around a bit. And it's like you have company, because I don't just have one person with me like a lot of people do. I've got thousands of people with me right there watching me, which is pretty awesome. I like it, especially for some people who are watching that don't necessarily get to go and do very many things or adventure. Maybe there's a financial reason. Maybe it's still due to the pandemic that's going on now. You know, maybe they just never get out and never want to get out because they like where they are. Either way, you get to see all different parts of the world traveling around with me. When you're riding on a bicycle path, you actually have the right of way, right? Over and above cars. And you can tell that by those, what they call shark's tooth. You see the shark's tooth there on the road? What that means, anybody on this side of the shark's tooth entering that way, they have to yield to whatever is on this way. And that applies to just normal roads and everything else as well. So if you're driving along on this road and you have the shark's tooth on your side, that means you have to yield to whatever comes along. So you notice we don't have one here for the bikes. So we can just kind of motor along and come right through here without even stopping, but these cars have to stop and those cars have to stop and yield the right of way. That's what those shark's tooth on the ground actually mean, and that's what they're for. And they're all over the place and they're all different areas. And sometimes there's shark's tooth is right here, tooth is right here, meaning that the bikes have to yield and the cars have the right of way. So in this particular case, we have the right of way as bikes, bicycles, bicyclettes, and pedestrians. And the vehicles, they have to yield and stop for us as we go along. Pretty awesome, right? Very safe. But you have to know what the signs are when you come to Europe and come to different places, because it's not always obvious. I'm from Canada and they don't have them from Canada, and they don't have them in a lot of different places, but they do have them here in Europe and they apply, you know what I mean? It's the law, right? Well, here we are again, riding my bike down the road, going back to the hotel, and guess what? The bridge is up. So that means obviously there's a boat coming. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, something's got to be said for riding a bike here in the Netherlands. I think personally it's the best way to get around. You know, if you don't have like 1,000,000 kilometers to cover, you know what I mean? You're just going to go into town, or if you're going to go into the next village, or you're going to do something like that, you know what I mean? Taking a bike, it's freaking awesome. And it's so convenient, man. I said it 1,000,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000,000 times again. The convenience is unparalleled. It's the healthiest way to get around town. Well, folks, that's pretty much it for me. The only thing I've got left to do is now get back into my hotel room and, you know, pack my bags, get ready to travel somewhere else. And I'll take you there as well with me. Who knows where that's going to be? I don't even know where that's going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be somewhere cool. Maybe not so cool. Maybe it's just like this, kind of boring. I didn't have much time this trip. Had a couple of beers, had something to eat at a little tiny place I know. Woke up in the morning, had some breakfast, had a cool little place, went for a nice bike ride, supermarket, and then I'm gone. Sometimes I'm busy. It's like that. Sometimes I got more time, sometimes I got less time. But I'm glad to take you along. If you like the content so far, put a like, put a subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. It always helps the channel, just like, you know how YouTube works, right? Everybody knows now. You know, and leave a comment. Say something to me. Maybe ask me a question, or, you know, suggest something, or correct me if I'm wrong. I'd appreciate that as well. Because of the things that people say to me, both on, you know, other social media platforms and things like this. That's the reason why I do this, because I think it's awesome. I love sharing. It's fun.